The Denver metro area is so hot right now. Denver topped out in the low 90s today. Tomorrow, we're going to make eyes at another record.
Many students in northern Colorado will have a summer Friday of sorts for the second day in a row. Most schools in the Poudre School District will be let out 2 hours early. The same will be true tomorrow for all schools in the Thompson School District. Many of the buildings in both of those districts don't have air conditioning. Thanks for joining us at 10 o'clock. I'm Kim Christensen.
I'm Kyle Clark. So the Broncos are going to hold their first home preseason game tomorrow, hoping for a hot start at Mile High. Temps alone will probably qualify. So let's turn to meteorologist Kathy Sabin with our first look at that. Kathy?
Yep, we can deliver that. 92 degrees in Denver today, missing the record of 99, but way above the average of 87. And if this looks toasty warm for mid to late August, well, we're going warmer tomorrow. Friday will be the warmest day of the week with highs near 100 degrees, but only for one day. But how about that football game? Well, kickoff at 7 p.m. with the Packers in town. It'll be warm and dry at 91 and hopefully final whistle on a winning game. We'll have 81 degrees when the boys head off the field. Temperatures in the 70s at just 1 minute after 10 o'clock, so pretty comfortable out there right now, unless you're in western Colorado where it's almost 90 this hour in Grand Junction. I've been tracking slow-moving storms along the Front Range foothills, dropping hail and heavy rain in Florence, Cripple Creek, Colorado Springs, and Pueblo. Those showers coming to an end. Denver stays high and dry tonight and tomorrow, but keeping an eye on a couple of high-base gusty storms. We don't want those rolling over the football field late in the day. The temperatures will trend cooler overnight and then toasty warm tomorrow, close to 100 degrees before the cooler weather settles in and the rain returns. I'll have the timing of all of that coming up.
A man accused of killing his wife at their home in Lakewood is due in court tomorrow.
As he prepares for his next hearing, tonight for the first time we're hearing from that woman's family. Lindsay Barnett's loved ones provided a written statement. 9 News reporter Shalima Maharaj joins us now with how they want her to be remembered and the latest on the case. Shalima.
A week ago, a 911 call came from inside the home where a beloved Jeffco public schools teacher, Lindsay Barnett, lived with her husband, Patrick, and their children. Now, he claimed his wife had died by suicide. What police found during the course of their investigation led them to a different theory. Lindsay Barnett, in an undated photo provided by her family. Her husband has since been charged with first-degree murder in her death. Lakewood police say Patrick Barnett called 911 the morning of August 13th and said Lindsay had died by suicide. Officers found blood on the bed, something he couldn't explain, according to court documents. What raised more questions was a call to police from a woman claiming to be Patrick's girlfriend. She was worried she hadn't heard from him in a while and asked for a welfare check. Patrick was arrested the next day. Lindsay was a beloved art teacher at both Hutchinson and Westgate elementary schools. Her family has asked for privacy in the wake of her death, but issued a statement. Our family is heartbroken. She was a devoted mother, daughter, sister, and teacher whose kindness and warmth touched countless lives. We find comfort in remembering her beautiful spirit, her love of nature and art, and her unwavering devotion to her children. Lindsay's family and friends are now raising money for her children. In the meantime, Patrick Barnett is back in Jefferson County Court tomorrow morning starting at 9:30. Shalima Maharaj, 9 News.
A Colorado state trooper has serious injuries after a crash on the western slope. CSP believes he had some kind of a medical issue while driving. He was just east of Grand Junction yesterday morning when he rear-ended another car before crossing the road and hitting a culvert. That caused the patrol car to roll. CSP says the trooper's still in the hospital tonight, but is expected to be okay.
Denver police are shopping for a new gunshot detection provider. The department announced today that it is not renewing its contract with ShotSpotter. In 2021, the city and county of Denver entered into a 5-year contract with the company set to expire at the end of this year. But the system's been used for more than a decade. The system alerts Denver's 911 dispatch center about potential instances of gunfire through microphones placed around the city. The city says it's going to determine how the tech could be used more effectively.
Republican gubernatorial candidate Victor Marx's campaign says the online merchandise shop selling official campaign merch as well as access to meetings with Marx for $1,300 is legal. They say it's legal because the money is not going to his campaign. Marx's campaign won't say where the money is going. Fellow Republicans have called Marx a con man and a grifter. He's already in trouble for breaking state campaign finance law. Now Marx's team says this online shop where he's soliciting unlimited support is not sending funds to his campaign. They wouldn't tell us where the money's going. We don't know if it's going to Marx himself or to his family or somewhere else. The campaign's comments and online posts suggest that Marx's daughter, who is also on the campaign payroll, is running that merch site. The shop, Victor 2026 Merch, sells Marx-branded coffee, books, hats, clothing, signs. The campaign won't say who's profiting. 2 days ago, though, Victor 2026 Merch started buying online ads to promote the campaign, according to disclosures by the parent company of Facebook and Instagram.
Today, a federal judge ruled in favor of the group that runs the ICE facility in Aurora. GEO Group won in federal court over the state of Colorado preventing part of a new state law from taking effect. The group sued after the bill was passed, which allowed unannounced inspections of the detention center every 3 months and fines up to $50,000 if the inspections are refused. The judge issued a temporary pause lasting until mid-October when GEO's contract to run the Aurora ICE facility runs out. This is separate from the state's lawsuit against GEO that was filed yesterday. That lawsuit asks the judge to force GEO to comply with public health orders as the state and Adams County try to investigate a tuberculosis case from June. Olympic medalist and former CU track star Jenny Simpson says she will no longer be able to run because of a rare heart condition. Simpson shared that diagnosis in an update on Instagram. The 39-year-old went into cardiac arrest while pacing runners at a mile race in North Carolina back in June. After going into cardiac arrest again at the hospital, she says she was placed on life support. Simpson was eventually diagnosed with ARVC, a rare inherited heart condition that would make a returning to running dangerous. She is now continuing her recovery at home here in Colorado.
A controversial mineral rights deal in Erie is done. Yesterday, the town announced SM Energy ended the agreement tied to the Draco well pad. Town council voted to sell those rights in June, just a week after rejecting the same plan because of concerns from neighbors. The town says it's now working to determine next steps. They'll talk about that at a meeting next week. A car wash chain is going to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for the way they handled their monthly subscriptions.
The Colorado Attorney General's office says Cobblestone Car Wash made it difficult for customers to cancel memberships and hiked rates with no notice. 9 News reporter Colton Chavez joins us now with the details. Colton.
Yeah, Kim, as for Cobblestone, they denied any claims of wrongdoings, but they also agreed to pay over $1.3 million. And for one customer, they say they spent months just trying to get their money back.
You clearly don't care about me, and you're just taking my money.
A car wash company is paying out over $1 million after the state says it made it nearly impossible for customers to cancel their memberships. The state attorney general's office announced the settlement with Cobblestone Car Wash today.
So I was a monthly member with Cobblestone since 2021.
Lennox Tran says that changed last December when a trip through the car wash damaged her tire, and she says Cobblestone refused to help.
Yeah, that's not really on us. You have to do that on your own. Good luck.
When she tried to cancel her membership, Tran says the company kept charging her anyway.
And so the next month it withdrew again, and I was having to harass them to get my money back.
According to the AG's office, more than 30,000 Coloradans saw their monthly rates go up with no notice between 2022 and 2025. Cobblestone must now give customers a one-step online cancellation option and a 25-day notice before any price increase. The company, who did not admit any wrongdoing as part of the settlement, will pay more than $1.3 million to over 70,000 customers, though Tran says that won't cover what she spent on towing and new tires.
I think I'm just generally bummed to be the little guy, but I don't want to be the big guy either. So I just want there to be less big guys out there. That's how I feel.
And if you believe you're eligible for the settlement, we have a number you can call on 9news.com. Live in Denver, Colton Chavez, 9 News.
The Civic Center Park has hosted a ton of concerts, protests, and festivals over the years. But Denver Mayor Mike Johnson has a different dream. He wants to bring in the NFL draft. The mayor talked about bringing the event to Civic Center Park during an employee meeting in June. Denverite was first on it. In that meeting, the mayor said he's asked the Broncos to submit a letter of interest. He said the earliest the draft could come here would be 2029. There is proof that Mayor Johnson's been a Bo Lever from the beginning. He was in Detroit in 2024 when the Broncos picked Bo Nix 12th overall. I remember because we were like, well, what's the mayor doing at the draft? Did we pay for that? And the city said that the trip was research on a possible future bid to bring the draft to Denver. Civic Center Park's currently undergoing a $50 million renovation project. That broke ground last fall. It's expected to be completed in 2027.
Sundance is getting folks excited ahead of the film festival's debut in Boulder next year. The organization is putting on an event that will give Coloradans a taste of what's to come. The event will look at the festival's history, memorable moments, and tell tales through the lens of some of the filmmakers. Some of the guests on hand will be the director of Knives Out movies, Ryan Johnson, and Amy Redford, daughter of the famed director, Robert Redford. The event is slated for September 8th. The film festival will debut in January.